where if ICE agents continue to wear masks while they're trying to do their job in California, they're in trouble because it's definitely going to be a battle. All right, so yeah, I'm just excited to see that our states are pushing back. And we'll continue to monitor the situation and monitor the extent to which we are fighting back and the states are losing their power. Back in January or so, I did a video saying that the states are monitoring and looking at all their options because we know that Donald Trump's infamously, essentially by pardoning people like George Santos and those folks, he's subtly, quietly sort of signaling that he is willing to not look the other way, but he's willing to pardon you if you're willing to do his bidding. It's like a subtle hint. That's why he's doing these things, getting those people out. Essentially, like, go ahead and violate the law. When they prosecute you, because they're going to prosecute you, when I'm out of office, I got your back, or I might try to do a preemptive one. So we know that's something that's coming down the pike. But with the states being active, again, Donald Trump is a 34-time convict in the state of New York, and he can't be pardoned. He can't pardon himself anyway, but he couldn't be pardoned, and he wasn't able to escape it. His chief of staff, Mark Meadows, currently is being prosecuted in the state of Georgia. I keep bringing that up as an example. And Mark Meadows tried to go to the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court, "Can you save me from from state prosecution?" And the Supreme Court was like, "No, we're not saving you." So that should be a warning sign to all of them. And I also want to point out not something that Governor Pritzker said in his interview when he says about we can prosecute police. Now here I'm going to play for you a clip from a police officer who said that they have training and then they know that they're subject. We already know there are police officers in jail today for violating people's rights. You can do what you can do. You have a certain level like immunity or like leeway as a police officer, but the minute you cross it and when you're violating people's like human rights and core constitutional rights, your immunity goes away. You only have immunity to do something within the bounds of law. Once you go extremely outside the bounds of law, you lose that immunity. So let's end this video with that. I'm going to end this video with that clip, and then let's talk below.
This message is for anybody working for ICE that does not understand what qualified immunity means. When I was a police officer, I didn't have a full grasp of what that meant either. No shame, but you need to understand what it means. After all this dust has settled, what's going to happen is that civil rights attorneys are going to contact the individuals whose Fourth Amendment rights have been clearly violated. Those attorneys are going to argue that you should have known and that the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution was already firmly established, which it is. Just to recap, the Fourth Amendment guarantees citizens the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. When that attorney successfully argues that you willfully disregarded the Fourth Amendment and you violated that person's civil rights, you are now absent of qualified immunity. What that means is you are going to be held personally liable. Your personal property forever is going to be subject to paying back the defendant whose home you broke into. You must understand this. ICE is going to hang you out to dry. They're not going to protect you when all of these thousands and thousands of attorneys come and show that it was you that was entering these houses. That means any paycheck you ever earn in the future is going to go to the victims whose Fourth Amendment you violated. Not only will you be held personally financially liable for the damages you incurred, you're also going to be named publicly in these cases, meaning you're never going to get a job anywhere ever again. The best case scenario is you're going to end up being somebody's landscaper, probably being paid in cash. Hope that helps.